So we talked about these three forms, and we also found other requests here in the conversation. For example, can we have a bottle of wine? Or for example, we'd like a bottle of sparkling mineral water. Can we have the bill? I'd like a tuna salad. Can I have a cheeseburger? All of these are examples of requests. So that means if you go to a restaurant, or not only in a restaurant, in general, you can, if you have to ask for something, if you have to request, you can just say, can I have blah, 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 whatever, or I'd like 1, 2, 3, and so on. All right, so this is how you ask for things. But quick question, what does request mean in Arabic, Manal? When we say request, what does it mean, request? Like here.
طلب.
صح بالضبط طلب. Oh, offer. What about offer?
عرض.
Yes, correct. That's the idea. So we have requests and offers. Excellent. Okay, so in today's and we also talked about, remember, we talked about polite and impolite requests, remember? So when you make a request, you have to sound polite, you have to sound friendly. So it's not a very good idea if you make an offer or a request and if you sound very unfriendly. So that's not a good problem. Alaikum salam, hello.
Hello, teacher.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Okay, just a second. I think Media is having a problem. Oops. Okay, so let's continue. So in today's lesson, we'll talk about breakfast. So we'll talk about food. It's the same topic because Unit 4, all of it, we've been talking about food. But this time I think maybe we want to focus more on countable and uncountable nouns, okay? But first of all, before we do that, let's tick the foods and drinks that we know in the list here. So for example, okay, I'm going to read them, but after that, if you see any words which are new, just let me know and we'll talk about it. So we have biscuits, milk, an apple, rice, toast, bread, sausages, fish, eggs, coffee, soup, cheese, vegetables, a banana, orange juice, tea, jam, meat, fruit, cereal. All right. Of course, all of these, you can have them in breakfast, but do we have all of these things in breakfast or not all of them? In a Libyan breakfast, for example, which ones do we have? Not all, right? Not all of them. Who can explain to me what cereal is? Who can talk about cereal? What is cereal? Silsabil, can you tell us what cereal is? Do you know what cereal is?
No.
No? Okay. Do you like cornflakes, Silsabil?
Yes.
Cornflakes is an example of cereal. So we call cornflakes, we call them cereals. So cereals can be different types of cornflakes. Some of them from corn, some of them from oat. And we also have, you know, the brown the diet cornflakes. Do you know it?
Yes.
Yeah, the one. Do you like it?
ما دقتهاش من قبل.
You haven't tried it before. Okay, but for example, diet cornflakes usually doesn't have corn. خلينا نكتب قائمة فيها بعض السيريال يعني لو منترجمها تعتبر خلينا نشوف. What do you think منال لو منترجمه سيريال ترجمتها بالعربية what do you think؟
I don't know سيريال أي حبوب؟
صح بالضبط صحيح اللي هي الحبوب بصفة عامة يعني منها مثلا we have corn, we have oats, we have wheat, barley, we have مرات الرايس يضيفوا فيه معهم رغم انه مش نعرفش كان حبوب ولا لا بس يضيفوا فيه عادة بالنسبة لقائمة السيريال. طبعا مش مهم الاشياء هذه تعرفوها يعني اضافية ولكن امثلة يعني هذه امثلة للسيريال. What's corn? I think maybe Besma. Do you know what corn is? Who knows what corn is? Besma, do you know corn?
ذرة.
Yes, correct. What about oats? Do you know oats?
No.
No. Okay, just a second. I think media is having a bit of a problem. Okay, oats. Let's talk a little bit about oats.
Maybe شوفان.
صح.
Okay.
شوفان, yeah. What about wheat and barley? We use wheat to make bread and flour.
القمح.
Yes, and barley we sometimes use it in Bazin. Here in Libya, we use it in, yeah, correct. And we use it also in brown bread, barley. يعني هذه أمثلة فقط للسيريال، لكن بصفة عامة لما نذكر سيريال ديما فكروا أول شيء بالكورنفليكس. Okay, think of cornflakes.
دكتور النت قطع عندي. الكورن فول ولا شنو؟
لا الكورن الذرة.
الذرة. اوكي.
Okay, so let's talk here about this question. So they're asking you in Libya, what is a typical breakfast? This one. What is typical for your country? Do you know what typical means? Who can explain what typical means? When we say something is typical for your country, what do you think it means? Sorry, man.
تطابق يعني تطابق. Typical.
No, not exactly.
أو يشبه.
No. Typical is a bit like usual or normal.
عادة يعني.
بالضبط. So فلما السؤال يقول is this typical for your country أو مثلا لو أنا نسألك يا منال نقول لك مثلا what is a typical breakfast in Sudan؟ يعني اللي هو الإفطار الاعتيادي أو اللي غالب المواطنين أو أغلب الناس تاخذه. أكيد في اختلافات فردية أو بين العائلات أكيد هذا في كل العالم بس في العموم يعني الناس شو تحب تفضل تفطر عموما يعني on average في مصطلح ثاني خلينا نكتبه on average يعني بصفة عامة أو ممكن في المتوسط الشعب عادة شن أكثر شيء يفطروا فيه. This is the question. Okay, so let's start with Manal. Manal, tell us in your country or in your city, what is a typical breakfast? You can use of course words from this box أكيد. ولو في أشياء إضافية
Okay.
you can add them.
Okay. Bread
You have bread
and milk. Yes, you have
Milk.
bread and milk,
uh-huh.
and sometimes soup.
Sometimes soup. Do you know what soup is?
Yes, soup. عدس بالإنجليزي.
تقصدي شوربة يعني شوربة.
شوربة.
تمام.
شوربة.
لو بالعدس.
vegetable. Yes. عدس vegetables. Yes. Chicken.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay. What else?
Yes.
This is and we're talking about breakfast, right?
Yes. Vegetables.
Vegetable soup. ولا vegetables لوحدهم ولا هل تقصدي في الشوربة نفسها في السوب؟
لا vegetable يعني كسلطة يعني.
تمام اوكي.
Sometimes meat. Sometimes. Yes. And coffee.
Nice.
Egg. برضو egg.
Eggs also. So
yes, egg.
Let's choose eggs.
ما عارفة بناكل طبعا الطعمية. ما عارفة الطعمية عندكم كيف؟
الطعمية احنا في العادة في الغداء أكثر الطعمية أو العشاء يعني. الطعمية مش في الإفطار لكن يأكلوا فيها هنا الطعمية موجودة يعني.
احنا بريكفاست في الدين الاثنين.
اوكي حلو. So we can say طعمية. I can say in English لو بدو أصبحوا بدو يسموا فيها فلافل بسبب التأثير الشام أكثر يعني اللي نشروها خارج العالم العربي اللي هم جماعة سوريا ولبنان فأصبحت في الغرب معروفة باسم فلافل رغم أن احنا في ليبيا زيكم نقولوا طعمية ما نقولوش فلافل. بس في العالم الغربي أو بالإنجليزية لو تقولي طعمية ممكن ما يعرفوهاش بس لو تقولي فلافل هيعرفوك علشان تتكلمي يعني. So maybe in English you can say فلافل. And بالنسبة لشوربة العدس تقدر تضيفي قبلها lentil. هذا العدس بالإنجليزي lentil soup, vegetable soup and chicken soup. حتى النوع ولو بتقولي بصفة عامة soup عادي مش ضروري النوع يعني بس لو بتضيفي عدس lentil soup. Nice. And what about you, Manal? What do you usually have for breakfast? Do you have all of these things or do you?
No, I like bread with cheese and olives. مش
olives.
صحيح. Yes.
Olives.
And yes, tea.
Nice. So this means your breakfast, Manal, is not very typical for Sudan, right?
Yes.
يعني مختلف على باقي البلد صح؟
أيوة.
Nice. Okay, very good. Okay, let's see someone else. Okay, what about a Libyan breakfast? Who can tell me what is? Let's see here. Rana, can you hear us, Rana? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us what do you think is a typical breakfast in Libya, or what do people usually have for breakfast in Libya? What do you think?
Milk.
Okay,
toast,
milk
bread.
and toast. Okay, let me remove the old answers. Milk, toast, bread. Coffee.
Cheese.
Yeah. Cheese, toast, bread.
Orange juice. Do we have orange juice a lot in breakfast? Are you talking about yourself, Rana, or about a typical Libyan breakfast? What are you talking about? A typical Libyan breakfast.
Okay. All right. What else?
Jam. Fruit. Cereal.
What else? Do we have sausages in Libya for breakfast? Do you know what a sausage is?
No.
Sausages are like, they're like Osman, but they have only meat inside.
Mm-hmm.
So, but guess, sausages.
No.
No, we don't. وعليكم السلام. Sorry, media. Okay, so we don't have sausages. Coffee? Coffee, tea? What do you think, Rana? Do we have coffee and tea? Maybe, is it typical?
Yes, coffee and tea.
Okay. All right, okay.
Eggs.
Eggs. Do we have apples for breakfast?
Not usually.
Not usually. Not usually. Rice? Do we have rice for breakfast in Libya?
No.
No. Okay. Thanks a lot, Rana. But let's see if someone maybe disagrees with you. Let's see. Media, can you hear us? Are you there?
Yes.
Okay, I have a question for you. So here on Media, we're talking about what is typical and what is typical for your country. Do you know what it means, typical for your country?
Yeah.
Yeah, it means the normal breakfast that everybody usually has, right? Of course, some people are different. Maybe you're a bit different. Maybe I'm a bit different. But we want to talk in general. So Rana here was telling us about a typical Libyan breakfast. And she said we have bread, milk, toast, eggs, coffee, cheese. And she chose all of these things. Is there something you think that's not very typical in Libya? For breakfast?
Think orange juice.
Okay. What else?
Orange juice, non-typical.
Not typical for breakfast, you think?
I think typical biscuits.
Biscuits?
Yes. With coffee.
Biscuits with coffee. So you think we should remove orange juice, right?
Yes.
Okay. So typical biscuits, coffee. What else? What about fruit? Do you think it's typical in Libya?
No, I think not typical.
You think it's not typical?
Yes.
Okay. Jam? What about jam?
What's the meaning of jam?
Jam is like, yes, correct.
Maybe, I think typical.
Okay. Would you like
with toast, jam with toast, or yes?
Yeah, I think so too.
Yes.
Is there something you want to add to a Libyan?
I think a banana.
Banana maybe in breakfast for breakfast. Okay, you think it's typical. What about there's something? Would you like to add something to the typical Libyan breakfast? Is there something you think we should add that's not in the list?
I think egg with vegetables.
Egg with vegetables?
Yes.
In Libya?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to choose it, but I'm not sure if it's typical, but let's choose it.
نتوقع يعني شكشوكة الأغلب يعني في العادة يديروا فيها.
أعتقد الجيل الصغير ما أعتقدش. I don't think so. Maybe ممكن الجيل أكبر شوية ممكن صح كانت شائعة أكثر صح؟
أنا نتوقع يعني مهمة.
لا حتى أنا نحبها أنا ناكلها.
الجيل الكبير.
أنا تعجبني الحق لكن I don't think it's.
بالعكس نحسها أساسية.
Okay. So we can say shakshuka, which is let's see, maybe منال هل عندكم الشكشوكة تعرفوها؟
Yes, yes.
تمام. Okay. Let's see someone else's opinion. Hello, Fatima, welcome. You just joined.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine, and you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm okay, thanks. So here we're talking about typical breakfasts in different countries. So Manal told us about the typical breakfast in Sudan, and now Media is telling us about her opinion of a typical breakfast in Libya, and also Rana, she told her opinion. So we're having some slight small differences in what is typical or not in Libya. But let's see, Basma, what do you think is typical in Libya, typical Libyan breakfast? Which things would you add, remove, or leave? What do you think?
Milk and tea.
Sorry?
Bread.
Bread, okay. We'll leave bread.
Toast.
What else?
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's not, the connection is not very good.
Yeah. Olive. I think it's
not typical. Olives.
Okay.
I think there's something that a lot of Libyans have for breakfast. Two things which a lot of Libyans have. We have croissants and...
Now, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes, I changed my internet.
Okay.
Milk and tea.
Milk and tea. Together, milk and tea. Yeah, I think many people like that together. Correct.
Yes. With the biscuits.
With biscuits.
Tea biscuits.
Yeah. You dunk the biscuits in the tea and then you eat.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I like that too.
And coffee.
Especially digestive biscuits. They're the best. Put them in a little bit of tea, dunk them, and then eat them. Okay, coffee is typical in Libya. What else?
Eggs.
Eggs.
Bread.
Bread.
And cheese.
Cheese.
Cereal, not typical, but now يعني أصبح typical.
Now it's becoming, you mean, more popular now?
Yes.
I think you're right, yes. I think maybe 20 years ago, not very popular like today. So today it's cereal is more popular.
And some people like tuna.
Correct.
Breakfast.
Yeah, some people like tuna sandwiches, right? I think that's true. Yeah, tuna sandwich. A tuna sandwich. Many people, especially students at school, right? They have tuna sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's also
olive oil. I think.
With bread, right?
Yes.
Olive oil. I think it's typical in many cities in Libya. Yes, I think you're right.
Yes.
What about? I think there are three things I can think of. I don't know if they're typical or not, but I'd like your opinion. So we have croissants with Nutella, and we also have honey. I think a lot of Libyan families have honey for breakfast, right?
Yes, honey and jam or
Yeah.
jam.
Yeah, honey or jam, yeah. Honey is in the list, but I mean jam is in the list, but honey isn't. Do you think?
Yes, yes.
Right, so I think it's kind of typical. A lot of people like honey in Libya. But which one is the most popular thing that people eat for breakfast? I think it's croissants with Nutella, right?
Yes.
Here in Libya, especially for men, maybe for women not so much, but for men, in the morning when they go to cafes, all of them have croissants with Nutella. Everybody, sometimes Nutella with or crepes also with Nutella and nuts and honey, right? Do you know what?
Especially the people who goes to work early.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people who don't have breakfast at home, right? People who have breakfast
Yes.
in a cafe or at work. That's what they usually have: croissants with Nutella, or maybe crepe with Nutella. All right. So of course, there's no one answer here because maybe we have different opinions about this.
Even there is one thing. It's pancake.
Pancakes.
It's yes.
Yeah, many families have pancakes for breakfast, right?
Yes.
Maybe not every day, but also we have asida. We forgot asida, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so some families also have asida for breakfast. Maybe not every day, but I think some of them. Asida in English, you can call it. It's not exactly the same. They call it porridge, but porridge. وفي إيطاليا عندهم نوع تاني اسمه بولنتا، لكن مش نفس العصيدة المعروفة هذه في العالم العربي، مختلفة شوية. بالذرة بالنشاء يعني بدقيق الذرة أعتقد، بس شبيهة في الشكل يعني نفس الطريقة، شبيهة بالعصيدة الليبية يعني بولنتا. Porridge, this is in the UK, but I don't think porridge is with flour like in Libya. I think porridge is with oats. أعتقد بالoats مش بالflour. Fatima, did you say something?
Can I add something?
Yes, of course.
I think some people are eating sphinx.
Very good. Yes, sphinx is a very popular Libyan sphinx. It's a popular Libyan breakfast, right?
Yes.
Yes, especially with
What's
eggs.
the meaning sphinx?
Sphinx, it's like it's made of flour اللي هو الدقيق، نوع من العجين يعني. It's made of flour and water and yeast. yeast اللي هي الخميرة، خميرة الخبز يعني. فيها خميرة السفنج أعتقد فيه صح؟ فيها خميرة أيوة. وتكون سائلة، العجين سائل طريقة يعني شبه نص سائل، مش يعني أخف من الخبز. and you fry it. It's fried. It's deep fried in English we say اللي هو القلي deep fry اللي هو زي البطاطا المقلية يعني يكون مقلي بالكامل. Because in English we have deep fry and we have stir. أنواع القلي هذول stir fry. For example, if you want to fry potatoes, we use deep fry. It means you use a lot of oil, right? But stir fry, if you want to cook some vegetables, maybe peppers or I don't know, something, or a little bit of onions. So you put a little bit of oil and you stir, you mix it and you move it. So sphinx يعني نوع من العجينة المقلية تعتبر منال.
It's like لقيمات منال in our
I see.
what is it called? فاطمة in Sudan شنو اسمها؟
لقيمات.
لقيمات. فقط أن هي هذه كبيرة.
with the tea and milk.
But I think لقيمات is small, right? Small balls.
Yeah, it's small, but the same weight.
So sphinx is like لقيمات منال, but it's bigger. قطعة واحدة كبيرة.
Yeah.
Like a pizza.
Okay.
It's a bit like a pizza.
In shape like قراصة منال.
Okay, قراصة.
Okay.
You will not.
It's a food lesson. I'm hungry. I just had lunch and I want to eat again now. Okay. So here these are examples of typical things that people have in different countries. But now we're going to learn about a typical breakfast in Japan, Brazil, Spain, and England. Okay. But before we listen, we want to make a guess. So what do you think is a typical breakfast in Japan, Brazil, Spain, and England? Of course, when we say typical, it means we're talking about the country in general. Of course, there are differences, but we're speaking generally. This is what we mean by typical. Let's start with Japan. What do you think most Japanese people have for breakfast?
I
think fish.
Rice.
Maybe
I think
rice.
rice.
Okay,
Yes, fish.
let's make a list, okay, together, and then we can listen and we can check. So let me make a list for you. All right, so let's make the list here. Okay, and let's write. So for Japan, let's write Japan. So you think rice and fish.
Yes, fish.
Tea.
Vegetable.
Tea, maybe. Vegetables. What else do you think?
Coffee.
Coffee, maybe.
Soup.
Maybe soup.
Yes.
Okay. What about Brazil? What do you think is a typical breakfast in Brazil? What do you think?
Bread. Bread.
Maybe bread. Cheese, maybe.
Tea.
Coffee.
Tea, maybe. Coffee.
Yes.
What else? Sorry, yes, it's a bit. What? Eggs. Eggs. Any other guesses?
Juice.
Orange juice.
Corn.
Or juice. Generally juice.
Juice in general.
Yeah.
Maybe not orange juice.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say juice in general. What did you say on the media?
Cornflakes.
Cornflakes, cereals. So maybe cereals. Okay. What about Spain? What do you think? What do you think a typical breakfast in Spain is? What does it have?
Biscuits.
Biscuit, toast.
Maybe biscuits, toast, maybe.
Orange juice.
Baskets with warm milk.
Maybe milk also. Let's write milk. What did you say, Basma?
Orange juice.
Maybe orange juice, maybe.
Eggs.
Maybe
Cheese.
eggs. Cheese, eggs, cheese.
Jam.
Jam, maybe jam. Okay. These are good guesses. Anything else you want to add? Okay, that's good. Coffee. We also, let's add coffee, yes. Maybe coffee is important. What about England? What's a typical English breakfast? Eggs.
Egg. Toast.
Bread.
Toast. Maybe bread.
Jam. Tea.
Coffee, tea.
Jam.
Jam, tea, coffee. What else?
I think سجق.
Yeah, sausages. أعتقد مشهور في بريطانيا. Sausages for breakfast. Yeah, sausages. Okay, this is a good guess.
apple pie.
Apple pie. Can you explain what an apple pie is, Media? What's an apple pie?
فطير التفاح.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, now let's listen. Let's find out. So in this conversation between two cooks, can you see the two cooks here? We have two cooks. Yeah. So this is cook number. What's the difference between a cook and a chef? Here we have two cooks. What's the difference? Is it the same, chef and cook, or is every chef a cook and is every cook a chef, or not? What do you think? Fatima, what do you think? The difference between a chef and a cook? Or is it the same thing? Can you hear us, Fatima?
Chef have more experience.
A chef has more experience? Maybe. Okay. Any other differences? What do you think, Rana, the difference between a chef and a cook? Do you think there are any differences, or do you think it's the same, chef and cook? What do you think?
I don't know. I think the same.
Okay. Media, what do you think? The same or different, chef and cook? Or do you think, like Fatima said, she said, a chef has more experience? What do you think?
I think different.
But how? Or what's the difference? What's the difference?
Not everyone cooks delicious.
Okay, so you think that to be
chef, yes, the chef is more experienced and delicious cookette.
Makes delicious
more
food.
Than the cook.
Okay. Yes. Okay, this is a good opinion. What do you think, Silsabil? Do you think that's right? Do you think chefs have more experience and they make better food, more delicious food that is more delicious? Do you think that's right?
Yes, I think that's right.
احنا نقولوا عنده نفس يعني في الماكلة.
Correct.
مش أي حد يعني طبيخة كويس.
Yes, I think that's true. I believe that's true. So, a chef is usually because in restaurants, especially in big restaurants, it's like school. There are different levels. So the first thing you start is a cook, and then there are different stages. Then before you become a chef, you become something called sous chef. Sous chef اللي هي بالفرنسية يكتبوا فيها كذا sous chef. A sous chef اللي هو زي نائب الشيف، يعني الثاني في المطبخ، نائب الشيف أو الأقل تحت على طول. So the chef is the highest rank، يعني في الرتبة أعلى واحد في المطبخ، بس يشتغلوا مع بعض عادة. So a chef is like the boss of the kitchen.
So the boss of cooks، كبير الطباخين.
Yes. بالضبط، شيف اللي هو كبير الطباخين بالضبط، هي هذه فكرتها. He's the boss of the other cooks, and he manages them. So for example, you fry this, you cut this, you boil that, you roast this. فهو يبدأ يعني المشرف عليهم. And this means Fatima is right, and also Media is right. Usually a chef is the most experienced one, and أكيد هو مر بالمراحل هذه كلها قبل ما يولي chef. So of course he knows how to cook, or she, أحيانا تكون she. So this is the difference. So this means
like a mother. Like a mother and her daughter help here.
Correct. Yes. So the mother is like the chef, and the daughters can be the cooks. So they will learn. This is the idea. So a cook is learning. Anyway, so let's listen to these two cooks. Where are the cooks working? In the question, can you see the question? Where does it say they work?
In restaurant?
Good answer, but is that correct? What does it say here, Sasabil? Can you see this?
I think in kitchen hotels.
In a hotel kitchen. This is another good guess. So maybe it's a restaurant, maybe it's a hotel. But what's the correct answer? Who can tell me? Can you see it?
International school.
International language school. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so they work in an international language school. What does it mean when we say international language school? Does it mean we have students from one country or from many countries?
Yeah, different countries.
From different countries, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the meaning. So an international school, it means you have students from many countries, all right? So let's go to the CD. Let me play the recording for you so we can hear their conversation. And then we'll check the list, okay? So we can see their menu.
A magazine.
Okay.
Monday.
Sorry, 1/6.
Tuesday.
6. A second. A minute.
Sorry.
An hour.
You're elementary, not starter.
A day. Oh.
This is the starter CD, sorry. I'm still used to you. تعودت عليكم في starter, في beginner. Okay. Now let's check.
Face2face Elementary, CD2. Recording 4.1.
Hi, Alison. How are you? Hello, Vicky. I'm fine. And you? Oh, fine, thanks. Is Paul here? Paul? Oh, no. He's got a new job. He works in Antarctica now. No. Yes. He works at a weather station there. He's got a job as an engineer. Wow. Does he like it? Yes and no. He doesn't like the job very much. Oh. The people at the weather station all...
My family still lives there.
Recording 4.12. Would you... 4. A.
Can we have a bottle of red wine?
Morning, Kevin.
Hi, Andy.
Have we got a new breakfast menu?
Okay, this is the recording, okay? So so the two cooks, one of them is Kevin and the other one is Andy. So now they're going to talk about their new menus for the students, okay? So let's listen, and after that we can listen again, of course. So let's listen.
Yes, the students say they want lots of different breakfasts, you know, from different countries.
Okay. Tell me what they want and I can write it on the board.
Right. The Japanese usually have rice and fish and soup, and they drink green tea.
And green tea. Okay. What about a Brazilian breakfast?
Well, Carlos says he has bread and cheese, orange juice, and coffee. He says that's a typical breakfast in Brazil.
Orange juice and coffee. Well, that's easy. And what do the Spanish have?
Well, that's another easy one. In Spain they have biscuits or toast or a sandwich, but they always have coffee.
Okay. Biscuits, toast, sandwich, coffee. Got that.
And some students say they want a full English breakfast. You know, eggs, sausages, toast, jam and tea.
So that's eggs, sausages, toast, jam and tea. Right.
OK, let's start cooking.
Actually, it's time for my break.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you think of our guesses? Were they good guesses? What do you think?
Yes.
I think they're very good guesses, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because most of our guesses are correct. Some of them not correct, but we can add the new information now. Okay, so let's add some of the things we missed. الحاجات اللي مش مذكورة, let's cross them, and then we can add the things from the CD. Okay, what about the Japanese?
ذكروا الجوس لكن قالوا orange juice في برازيل.
Okay, let's write it and then we can check. So, معناها in Brazil, we want to add orange juice. Let's add orange juice. Okay.
Yes.
And what about Japan? Do we need to add something? هل فاتت علينا حاجة؟
Green tea, guys.
Green. صح. So معناها مش a tea, green tea. صح سبيل. Yeah, green tea. Okay. What about Spain? Did we miss anything?
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Yes, sandwich.
Let's write sandwich. There's a D. Sandwich. Okay. And England, is there something missing?
Toast.
Toast. No, toast is, it's written, yeah. Can you see it? Toast?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay, let's listen one more time to confirm our answers, and then we can go to the next exercise. Let's listen one last time.
And coffee. Well, that's easy. And what do the... And coffee.
Well, Carlos says he has bread and... The Japanese usually have rice.
Morning, Kevin.
Hi, Andy.
Have we got a new breakfast menu?
Yes. The students say they want lots of different breakfasts, you know, from different countries.
Okay. Tell me what they want and I can write it on the board.
Right. The Japanese usually have rice and fish and soup, and they drink green tea.
And green tea. Okay. What about a Brazilian breakfast?
Well, Carlos says he has bread and cheese, orange juice, and coffee. He says that's a typical breakfast in Brazil.
Orange juice and coffee. Well, that's easy. And what do the Spanish have?
Well, that's another easy one. In Spain they have biscuits or toast or a sandwich, but they always have coffee.
Okay. Biscuits, toast, sandwich, Coffee. Got that.
And some students say they want a full English breakfast. You know, eggs, sausages, toast, jam and tea.
So that's eggs, sausages, toast, jam and tea. Right.
OK, let's start cooking.
Actually, it's time for my break.
Okay, so now all the answers are correct. Very nice. Okay. All right, so complete your list for the listen again, blah, blah, blah. I think we did this. We finished part C. We listened again. We completed the menus. Okay, very nice. Now, here number 4, the question says, look at the pictures in, excuse me, look at the pictures in the table, then choose the correct words. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, can you see the picture of biscuits and apples?
Yes.
Here. So it's here, right? And we also have them in here in the second. So we have 2 photos.
Yeah.
So the question is, can we count biscuits and apples? Can or can't? What do you think?
Can.
We can.
We can,
We
right?
can count. Yes.
Yeah, so we can say 1 biscuit, 2 biscuits, 3 biscuits, 5 biscuits. And the same thing with apples, right? We can say 1 apple, 2 apples, 5 apples, 9 apples. So this means biscuits and apples are countable. What about milk and rice? Can we count milk and rice?
We can't.
We can.
Count.
Right, we can't count milk and rice. So this means they are uncountable because we cannot count them, right? So this is the idea here. Now, what we want to do with the table is we want to complete the table with the items from the box in exercise 1. All right. So here in this table, we want to write all the items we have here. So we want them here into countable and uncountable. And of course, we want to write them here. All right. So let's divide all the foods we have here in the box and let's put it in countable and uncountable groups. So we have countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So we answered biscuit, apple. What about toast? What do you think? Is it countable or uncountable? What do you think?
I think countable.
2 toasts, 3 toasts. So maybe it's countable?
Yes.
Okay. Let's write it. A toast. What about bread?
Countable.
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 Uncountable.
Why is it uncountable, Basma? Bread.
We can't count bread. We can say a slice or a loaf of bread, but
Correct.
we can't say yes. We can't say 3 breads or 4 breads. No.
That's right. But what about toast? Is it the same for toast?
Yes, uncountable.
Yes, that's right. So remember the rules here in English, they're not the same in Arabic. في موضوع الكاونتبل والانكاونتبل حنواجه هالباختلافات. فمرات الاعتماد على العربي هنا it won't work. في بعض التمارين دي يمشي الحال لكن here it won't work. Because in English they don't say ما يعدوش فيها الخبزة ما يقولوش 1 bread, 2 breads, 3 breads. one toast, three toasts, two toasts. No, they يستعملوا في وحدة. يقولوا زي احنا مثلا في العربي فردة خبزة، فردتين، ثلاثة أفرادي. يستعملوا في كلمة الفردة اللي هي loaf of bread أو شريحة slice، بس العادة loaf يعني لو نقصدوا يعني فردة loaf of bread. فلو نستعمل كلمة loaf نقدروا نعدوا بعدها عادي. 2 loaves لو نقولوا 2 نغير spelling. لكن لو bread لوحدها من غير أي مقدمات it's uncountable. يعني ما نقدروش نقولوا breads، ما نقدروش نقولوا toasts. Alright?
Yes.
So this means we have to move toast to this group. We have to say toast, and we have to say bread. What about sausages?
Countable.
Can we say 2 sausages, 3 sausages, 4 sausages?
Yes.
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 Countable.
That's right. So sausages are countable. We can count them. And what about fish? Can we count fish?
Uncountable. Uncountable.
Uncountable.
Yes.
Count.
Is it countable or uncountable, Basma?
Uncountable.
But we can't make plural of fish because it's one fish, two fish, 3 fish, but it's countable.
It's countable? That's right.
The singular and plural
is the same.
The same.
Is the same. But we can't say we can say 1, 2, 3. We can add.
Correct. We can say I found 3 fish. We can count them. When I can
Yes. It's called
irregular plural.
No.
Yeah, correct. Like sheep. So for example, we say 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep. We don't say sheeps.
Yeah.
So the word is the same,
yes.
but we can count it. So fish is countable. What about eggs?
Countable.
Countable. 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 4 eggs, 1 egg, right? So eggs are also countable. What about coffee?
Uncountable.
Uncountable.
Countable in the coffee, in the cafe.
Correct.
Yes.
In the cafe countable. لو بنتكلموا على كوب القهوة correct صح. بس لو البن نفسه البن المطحون uncountable.
Uncountable.
Yeah. And the same thing with tea, right? نفس الفكرة تنطبق عليها. Yeah. So tea, if you want to speak about tea generally, it's uncountable. In a cafe, it's countable. I'd like 2 teas, please. So for you and your friend, 2 teas. All right. What about soup?
Uncountable.
Correct.
Countable.
Yes.
What about cheese?
Cheese.
Uncountable.
Right.
Uncountable.
Correct. Very good. What about vegetables?
Vegetable countables.
Countables.
Okay. What about fruit?
Countable.
Countable.
Countable. Uncountable. Yes.
Okay, let's talk about vegetables first. What do you think, Basma? Is it countable or uncountable vegetables?
I think countable.
Plural.
Okay, it's countable because you can't say I have 3 vegetables, I have 4, I have 5. But I think most of the time we talk about it, I've got some vegetables. Do you have any vegetables? Are there any vegetables? Is there any vegetables? Is there any food? It's countable. Vegetables are countable. But what about fruit? can we say fruits or do we say only fruits?
It's uncountable. We can't say fruits except in some expressions or some بعض الجمل.
Correct. In general, بصفة عامة, fruit is uncountable. في استثناءات قليلة نستعمل فيها fruits إلا لو بنتكلموا كأنواع مثلا. Excuse me. If you say I like tropical fruits, because I'm speaking about a type of fruit, نوع معين من الفواكه استوائية. I like tropical fruits. Or for example, citrus fruits have a lot of vitamin C. Citrus اللي هم الموالح ليمون برتقال citrus fruits. فلو بنتكلموا كأنواع citrus fruits أو مثلا tropical fruits الاستوائية اللي هي المانجا أو جوز الهند أو الأشياء هذه. We can use S fruits. بس لو نتكلموا عن الفاكهة عامة I've got some fruit. Do you like to have fruit for breakfast? So we talk about it in general, it's uncountable. All right? What about a banana?
Countable.
Countable, right? So we can say 1 banana, 2 bananas, 4 bananas. So this means it's countable. Okay, احنا القائمة درناهاش صح. On the left مفروض كانوا singular. Okay, let me change this. So sausages. Sausages, fish. Sausage, and here we have sausages. And then we have eggs. What about jam?
Uncountable.
Uncountable, right? Sausages. Meat?
Uncountable.
Right. Orange juice?
Uncountable.
Correct. Yeah. So let's write the uncountable. Let's write, we have jam, we have meat. What else do we have? We have orange juice. Orange juice. And what else do we have? Juice. Did we miss something? Tea, coffee. Fruit. Milk.
Banana.
Milk is written. Banana is here. أعتقد هم حاسبين vegetables حاسبينها uncountable. Banana and bananas. Okay, so this means I think vegetables are uncountable, but I think we can check because here in the back of the list, let's take a look and we can check our answers. It's in singular and plural. نشوف الصفحة 129. Let's take a look. This way we can check our answers. Okay. So okay, مش متكلمين على vegetables بس أعتقد vegetables I think it's uncountable. I can check it now, but I think it's uncountable. But let's check the tips. So uncountable nouns aren't usually plural. We don't use a or an. Milk, not a milk. Rice, not a rice. Of course, it's very important. You cannot use the plural s with uncountable nouns in general. And you cannot use a or an because a and an are for singular, right? So you can't use it.
No.
But let me very quickly check the answer so we can confirm our table. Unit 4 for C. So this way we can check the answer for Unit 4C. Okay, let me show you. Can you see the list?
Yes.
So actually, اللي حسبوها uncountable هي fish. Here.
Yes.
So this means vegetables countable. Vegetables, a vegetable, vegetables. Fish in general, you just say fish. Maybe you don't say fishes, but you can just say fish in general. Orange juice,
Fish,
tea.
I think it's like chicken. If we talk about a meal, it's uncountable.
Yes, but
but
if you talk about real fish in a market,
yes.
it's countable. Because if you go to a supermarket and you can say, I want 3 fish, 4, right? So you can count it.
Like one chicken, yes.
The same thing with chicken. Yes, if you're talking about food, لو chicken عبارة عن أكل بتاكلي دجاج, chicken, it's uncountable, right? So you can say I've got some chicken. بس لو مثلا عندكم دجاج في المزرعة مثلا, you can say I have 3 chicken or 4 or 5. So you can count them. فأعتقد كان التركيز هنا I have 3 chickens. Chickens بالS طبعا. You can say I've got 3 chickens, 5 chickens. So here countable and uncountable كلها في سياق الوجبات نفسها. نفس القصة مع الكوفي والتي. ممكن هو التلخبيط يجي من الموضوع هذا الحقيقة يعني. كوفي عندنا تي. أيضا حتى orange juice. إن كافيه لو بتطلب 2 عصير لصديقك حتقول I'd like 2 orange juice please. We want 4 orange juice for this table. فحتنعد داخل المقهى. But if you're speaking about it as food or drink, no. What else? Yes. All right. So these 4 هذا بيختلفوا أيضا على حسب يعني حسب الاستعمال. لو في إطار الأكل زي درس اليوم uncountable, okay? But outside of the meal لو ما كانتش داخل وجبة أحيانا مقبول. Do you get the idea? هل وضحت؟
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Very nice. All right. So let's go back to exercise number, I think number 4 now. Let's check exercise 4. We didn't do this, right? I think all of them are not new, but let me just check very quickly. Okay, I'm going to circle one of them and you tell me what it is, okay? What's this?
Sausages.
Sausages, correct. Yeah, sausages. Ooh, what's this?
Cheese.
Right, cheese. What are what's this?
Fish.
Correct. Okay. What's this?
Soup.
Right. And okay, where is the one I want to ask you about? What's this? Cereal.
Cornflakes.
Yes.
Cereal.
Cornflakes هو نوع من أنواع cereal صح؟ يعني حتى لو قلت
Yes.
cornflakes it's correct صح. Cereal. Okay, very nice. معناها الموضوع واضح. That's great. All right, let's go back. Oops. So let's do our next exercise. Okay. So we finished the table, and now we have a few rules. Okay, so here we want to talk a little bit about vocabulary. So countable and uncountable nouns. So look at the table in 4A, choose the correct words. So بالنسبة للإجابات اللي كانت عندنا, so let's return them and let's make a few changes. And then after that, we can check the question. So this means we want to put fish in the uncountable. Bananas. باقي كانوا كلهم في المكان الصحيح. Banana. Of course, I forgot something. كنت المفروض كنا نديرها.
برضو egg and egg.
بالضبط. هي قصة الارticle. An egg.
Yes.
A vegetable. A sausage. Because if it's countable, you have to put an article, صح? If it's singular and countable, you have to say a sausage, an apple, a biscuit, a vegetable, an egg, a banana. But of course, in uncountable, we don't use this.
A or an.
Yeah, we don't use a or an in uncountable.
Uncountable.
All right, so let's complete the rules here. So the first rule, it says countable nouns can be plural or can't be plural. What do you think? Countable nouns. Can they be plural or not?
Can be.
Okay, let's. They can. Let's take a look at the table. Let's see. Can they be plural? Sausages, vegetables, eggs, bananas.
Yes.
So it means they can, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So this means they can. Let's choose the correct answer. So they can. We use or don't use a and an with singular countable nouns.
We use.
Correct. We don't use a and an with plural countable nouns.
We don't use a or an.
Yeah, so with plurals, we don't use. Uncountable nouns are usually plural or aren't usually plural.
Aren't,
right? Yes. Because if you check them, look here. Let's return them. But they're not, right? So we say rice, milk, meat. ما نقولوش rices, milks, meats. صح ولا ما فيهمش the plural s. So this means aren't. They aren't plural. They aren't plural. We use, don't use a and an with uncountable nouns. What's the answer?
We use. We don't use.
Use or don't use?
We don't
use.
Yeah. This means we cannot say a rice, a meat, right? That's not correct. All right, very good. So these are some rules about countable and uncountable nouns. I think we checked this. All right, so here in number 6, let's complete this table. هنطبق القاعدة اللي هي في countable and uncountable. So let's do it together. All right, so it says here, fill in the gaps. So we have 3 options. You can use a, you can use an, and you can use nothing. All right. So this means sometimes don't use anything, okay? So look at the first example. I often have rice with my main meal.
Nothing.
There's nothing here. Why? Why is there nothing?
Because
rice uncountable.
That's it. Because rice is uncountable, so we don't use anything with rice. Okay? What about number 2, Sasabil? Can you do number 2, Sasabil?
My friend and I often go out for a burger with a.
For a burger. Okay, good. Because you can say a burger, 2 burgers, 3 burgers, 4 hamburgers. So it's correct. It's countable, right? All right, number 3. Omnomedia, can you do number 3?
I always have toast.
No, you don't want to use anything here?
Yes, we don't use anything. I always have toast.
Yeah, but why?
Because toast is uncountable.
Right. Toast is uncountable. Good. Okay, Fatima, your turn. What about number 4?
My family hardly ever eats soup.
Okay.
Yeah. Jump on.
Number 3.
You did number 4. مش مشكلة ده رقم 4. Okay, can you repeat number 4, please, Fatima?
Number 4?
Yes, أنت درتي number 4 أصلا.
Yep. My family hardly ever eats soup.
Right. Do you want to use anything?
No, I don't use anything.
Why is that?
Because soup is uncountable.
Right. This means number 3 on the media, you need to finish your example.
Yes. Okay. I always have toast and jam for breakfast because jam uncountable.
Nice. Okay, very good. Okay, Manan, number 5.
Okay. We don't eat vegetables every day. Nothing, yes?
Nothing, but why? Correct. Your answer is correct, but why?
Yes, uncountable. يعني without a or an.
It's countable. Vegetables is countable.
Yes.
Countable, yes. قلت لك uncountable. يعني لما تكون countable ممنوع إنه نستخدم مع ال A وال an.
بالعكس هي لما تكون countable المفروض تستعملي صح؟
لما تكون single.
أيوة بالضبط.
معها ال A وال an.
هي هذه النقطة لأنها مش singular plural.
Yes.
هذا السبب.
Yes.
Yeah. So the reason is because it's plural, not because it's countable or uncountable. Right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, number 6. What about number 6, Basma?
I sometimes have an apple in my break.
Right. Correct. And the last one says a beer. Can you do number 7?
Yes, I usually have a cheese. I usually have a cheese sandwich.
Right. Why did you use a?
Because it's countable.
Cheese? Is cheese countable?
Yes, I think.
Can we say 1 cheese, 2 cheeses, 3 cheeses?
Yes.
No, we can't.
Mm.
But the answer is correct. إجابة صحيحة.
I don't know.
لسبب ثاني صحيح. هي هيك صح. زي ما أنت درتها صح. This why. The question is why. رغم أن زي ما قلت لك يعني cheese ما يمشيش معها في العادة.
عشان sandwich.
Exactly. ممتاز صح. Because we have a sandwich. So sandwich is countable. You can say 1 sandwich, 2 sandwiches, 3 sandwiches, 4 sandwiches. So cheese is like an adjective. وصف للساندويتش هي أو نوع للساندويتش. لكن النون المخصوص في المثال هذا اللي هو sandwich وليس cheese. All right?
Yeah.
So it's correct. I usually have a cheese sandwich, an egg sandwich, a fish sandwich, a tuna sandwich, a tuna salad. مش تتذكروا الدرس اللي فات عندنا كان tuna salad, right?
Yeah.
And we have a chicken salad. A chicken salad رغم أن tuna و chicken uncountable. ما نقدروش نديروا لهم A و and في العادة, right? But because we have salad is countable. So we can say a tuna salad, a chicken salad. That's okay. All right, very nice. So this is an example of how to use a and with countable and uncountable nouns, also singular or plural nouns. Okay, let's move on to the next part. It says make the sentences in true or All right, this is also nice. Let's put the answers back. So here I want each one of you to talk about yourself. So I want you to talk about yourself using these examples. Just a second, give me a check. Let's check something. Okay. Okay, now let's go back. Sorry, my question is, this time I want you to talk about yourself. So for example, if I want to talk about myself using these examples, I can say, I often have rice with my main meal. I don't often have rice with my main meal. Or I can just change the food. I can say, I often have chicken with my main meal. My friends and I often go out for a coffee. Here I'm talking about myself, by the way. I always have bread and cheese for breakfast. My family hardly ever eats I can't think of something we don't eat a lot. Maybe button. My family hardly ever eats button because we don't like it very much. Okay, we don't eat meat every day. I sometimes have a banana in my break. I usually have pasta for lunch. All right, so here I talked about myself. You can do the same thing. So what you need to do, of course, is when you talk about yourself, you need to change this word. If it's correct, لو هي حقيقية بشكل هذا, just read it. No need to change it. If it's true, if it's correct. But if you need to change it, you can change the food.
Okay, can I?
Yeah, you could start. Numida, go ahead.
Okay. I often have rice with my main meal. My friends and I often go out for a pizza. I don't always have toast. I don't have toast. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have toast and jam for breakfast. ولا نقدر نقول I don't have breakfast أساساً أنا يعني I don't have breakfast.
You can.
Yes.
I don't have breakfast.
I don't have breakfast. My family hardly ever. My family don't eat soup.
Just a second. My family. Can you repeat it again? My family
don't eat soup.
Okay. Family. Do you think it's better to say don't or doesn't?
Doesn't.
Okay.
My family doesn't eat soup. We have eat vegetables.
Again?
We always eat vegetables every day.
Yeah. Okay, if you say every day, you don't need to say always. And if you say always, you don't have to say every day, I think.
Okay, we always eat vegetables. I usually have an apple in my breakfast يعني ولا in my break يعني البريك بين الشغل.
Yes, break at work. Yeah.
Okay. I usually have an apple in my break. I usually have a cheese sandwich for lunch.
All right, that's nice. Who would like to talk about themselves? Who else? Okay, Fatima, you can. Okay, and then we can check Manal and Salsabil. Fatima, you can start.
Okay.
I often have rice with my main meal. My friend and I often go out for a pizza. I always have toast and jam in my breakfast.
Okay.
My family hardly even eat fish. We don't eat vegetable every day.
Okay.
I sometimes have coffee in my break. I usually have fruit for lunch.
All right, nice. Okay. Manal, what about you?
I often have vegetable with my main meal.
Okay, vegetables.
My friends and yes. My friends and I often go out for pizza. I always have bread and jam for breakfast. My family hardly ever eats
Sausages.
Yes. We eat vegetables every
vegetables.
day. Vegetables. Okay. I sometimes have a banana in my break. I usually have a tomato, a sandwich for lunch.
Nice. Okay, that's good. Salsabil, tell us about yourself.
Yeah. Okay. I eat the egg every day.
Okay. Do we say egg? I eat an egg or eggs? Is it one or more? Do you have one or more, Salsabil?
Eggs maybe.
اوكي على حسب انت لو انت تاخذي في اكثر من وحده المفروض plural بس لو انك تاخذي في وحده بس على حسب انت يعني شو تاخذي.
an egg صح.
An egg, okay. What did you say? Can you repeat the sentence, please?
I egg an egg every day.
I have an egg every day. Good.
My family don't like the soup.
My family doesn't like soup.
We doesn't have a pizza every day.
Okay. Do we say we doesn't or we بنت عم اللي doesn't شنو هي ولا أختها؟
We do.
Don't.
We don't.
Okay, can you say it again? We don't have pizza every day.
Yes, we don't have a pizza every day. And I don't know.
Okay, what about vegetables? Do you eat vegetables every day?
Yes, every day.
So you can say we eat vegetables every day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about apples and fruits? Do you have an apple in your break, or maybe in your breakfast, or at dinner for dinner?
I don't have an apple every day.
Okay. Cheese sandwiches. Do you usually have a cheese sandwich for lunch?
No, in my breakfast.
So you can say I
usually have a cheese sandwich on my breakfast.
For breakfast. If you want to talk about a meal, you can just say for, right? So you can say I have coffee for breakfast. I have cornflakes or cereal for breakfast. I have rice and chicken for lunch. And I sometimes have a salad for dinner, right?
Yeah.
So you can, all right, very nice, that's great. Do you want to add anything? Can you tell us a little bit about chocolate? Do you like chocolate?
Yes, I like chocolate.
All right, when do you have chocolate? Or how often do you have chocolate?
In evening.
So can you give me a full sentence?
I usually have a chocolate in evening.
Excellent. I usually have a chocolate in the evening. This is a good sentence. All right. Okay, that's great, Sabir. Thanks. And let's see. Besma, tell us a little bit about your eating habits.
Yes, I often have pasta with my main meal. I always have milk and tea with biscuits for breakfast. My family hardly ever eats seafood. Yes. We eat vegetables every day, or like Caesar salad. Yes, every day. I sometimes have a banana in my break. Yes. I usually have a cheese sandwich for dinner with orange juice.
Nice. Do you want to add any other sentences or any things you like to eat or things you like to have?
Yes, I like to eat fish once a week. Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I think that's healthy. All right, so you can see here we can talk about our eating habits using have, and you can say I eat. Number 7, I really like eat. I hate them. Okay, I think we can skip this. Number 8 is very nice. number 8, it says here, imagine your perfect breakfast. So this is a nice imagination exercise. Do you know what the verb imagine means? Who can tell me what this verb means? In English. Explain it in English. Who can explain this in English?
It's an idea in your mind, or
it's an idea in your mind. Is it real or not real?
And not real.
Can it be real?
Yes, maybe. I can imagine my dinner. Then I do what I imagine.
Very good, exactly. So, Manan, do you know what it means, imagine?
By English and by Arabic.
In Arabic,
تخيل.
Yes, صحيح.
Yes.
So imagine يعني اللي هو التخيل, imagination الخيال بصفة عامة, right?
Yes.
So this is an imagination exercise, number 8. They want you to imagine your perfect breakfast, okay? What does it mean, perfect breakfast here? What do you think it means when we say, imagine your perfect breakfast? Fatima, what do you think? Imagine your perfect breakfast. What do you think this means? Imagine your perfect breakfast. Fatima disconnected. Okay, Media, what do you think? Imagine your perfect breakfast. What do you think the meaning is here? What is the question trying to say?
أعتقد فطور تتخيل نفسك في مكان حلو تاخد فيه فطور يعني.
Correct. 90% of the question correct. صح، هي هذه الفكرة. لكن التركيز أكثر على كلمة perfect.
فطور مثالي أو فطور
That's it. مثالي.
مميز. Special يعني.
This is when we say perfect عادة مش حتى special, هو مثالي. أحسن ما يمكن أنك أنت تتخيلي. أفضل الأشياء. And here, of course, everything is perfect. The breakfast is perfect. The place is perfect. The time is perfect. Who you're with is perfect. And what you have for breakfast is also perfect. Do you get the idea? Everything is perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So I want you to think of this question. And who would like to tell us about their perfect breakfast? Who would like to go first? And let's start with Besma. Besma, would you like to tell us about your perfect breakfast, the place, the time, if you're with anybody or if you're alone, and also the breakfast itself? What do you want to have for breakfast?
Yes, I like to have breakfast on the beach. At 6 o'clock in the morning, very early, with my husband or with my family. And what do you have for breakfast? We have orange juice, and with coffee.
Okay.
Yes. Croissant with and with chocolate. Yes.
That's it?
I don't like. Yes, I don't like to eat more than 2 kinds or 3.
Okay. So it's a nice simple breakfast with the family. Okay.
Yes.
What about Manal? Can you tell us about your perfect breakfast?
Okay. Where are you? In my home. I love
Okay.
my home. In the morning.
But
In
here,
the morning about.
Manan, do you know what it means?
Yes.
Perfect breakfast. Is for example, you don't want to have breakfast anywhere else in the world, only in your home. You can choose.
Yes,
you can choose any place you want. If you want, you can have breakfast in Hawaii or in Paris or in Australia.
Maldives.
In Maldives, yes. Why did you choose your house? You don't want to travel? You know, this is an imagination. Imagination exercise.
طبعا أنا بتكلم عن الواقع.
لا السؤال ما يحكيش على الواقع بالحقيقة. السؤال غير الواقع.
Yes, okay.
يبيك تتخيلي شنو تفضلي أو لو كان متاح أو لو كان بإمكانك يعني أسرحي بخيالك. هو فكرة الإكسرسايز.
Okay. In my is the beach. In جزر المالديف.
Okay. On the Maldives island.
Yes, Maldives island. In the morning. With my husband and my child. My children. Yes. I like pizza. Just pizza.
You want to have only pizza for breakfast?
I eat breakfast pizza. No problem.
Nice. Okay. So you actually هذا في الواقع وفي الخيال.
Yes. The same واقع خيال واحد.
Okay. Yes. This is a good thing. Okay. All right. Do you want anything else with your pizza? Maybe orange juice, Coca-Cola.
Okay, orange juice and jam and honey and fish. I like fish. Okay, tea. Tea.
This sounds like a great breakfast. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. What about you, Sitabin? What's your perfect breakfast? And you can choose any country. You can choose any time. You can choose anybody to be with you. Choose anything you want.
On the beach. المكان قصدي على البحر. And I eat the pancake with chocolate and honey. And with my sister and my friends.
Nice. With your sister and your friends.
Yeah.
Do you want coffee or tea or maybe hot chocolate with your pancakes?
With the strawberry juice.
Strawberry juice?
Yeah.
Do you like it cold? That's it? That's all?
Yeah.
Okay. This also sounds like a fun breakfast. And what about you, Media? What's your perfect breakfast?
I think cheese and eggs, olives, sphinx, and milk, croissant, and honey with my mom in her house.
In her house?
And yes, and with my kids and my brothers and their children. My mom made bread tannour.
You can say traditional bread, maybe. Traditional bread.
Yes, traditional bread, and my kids are playing around. it's the best day for me.
That's nice. So you don't want to have breakfast anywhere else. You want to have it in your mother's house.
Yes.
That's nice. Okay. That's very good.
Take your mother from the meeting.
Thank you.
Take your mother and any place.
Yeah, take her with you. You don't have to stay here. Take her with you and have breakfast in Tokyo or New York or somewhere.
Yes.
And bring your tandoor bread with you so you can have it somewhere else. And this way, and the children and your nephews and nieces, everybody can join.
جربت هلبة مش زي لما نفطر عند الأم يعني.
That's true, yes.
غير نكهتها غير.
Yeah, because there's this special relationship with the mother.
Yes.
Okay, this is very nice. So this means, inshallah, in our next lesson, we will finish the review. Okay, I have a suggestion. لأن ما نسقناش في الجمعة هذه. Do you want to have who's available on Friday? Who's available from 6 to 6 to 7 on Friday? Who's available and who's not available? من اللي يعني متواجد أو متوفر مش مشغول يوم الجمعة، ولأن في بعض اللي عنده التزامات عائلية أو maybe shopping or أحيانا منكم اللي ما يقدرش يقرأ يوم الجمعة. Who can study and who can't study on Friday? Manal,
I am busy.
You're busy.
I am busy on Friday. Yes.
Okay, Manal is busy on Friday. Basma, what about you on Friday?
I can. It depends on internet. Inshallah.
Okay, so Media is also busy. Okay, the same thing. So Sabine is also busy. Okay, so this means we can't have the conversation. But this means Monday we have to start a little earlier. So this means on Monday we'll start 3:30. If that's okay. Can you start at 3:30 or is it too difficult to start on 3:30 Monday?
Okay, no problem.
No problem. Basma on the media, can you start at 3:30?
Yes, I can.
All right, great. The same thing for on Wednesday. What about Wednesday? Can you all start at 3:30 on Wednesday? اليوم Sunday into elementary. Yeah, you're elementary. So it means Monday and Wednesday. The same thing on Monday and Wednesday we'll start half an hour earlier. So this way we can catch up on the missing hour and maybe finish more things, okay?
Okay.
All right, inshallah. So I'll see you on Monday, inshallah, at 3:30, okay?
Okay.
All right. Have a good day and don't forget your workbook. It's very good. So you can do some exercises in countable and uncountable, okay?
Okay.
All
yes,
right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a great day. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Bye bye.